Live. Okay. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to another live. Happy Wednesday, everybody. We're here with another live today. We have a special guest with us. I'm just gonna log in, try to get the comments up so we can stay engaged. And sorry we're late, y'all. Had a little bit of technical difficulties as always. You know how technology gets. So we had a little bit of issue. But today we have Juan with us. You know, we have Juan from Liberty Graphics. Juan from Liberty Graphic is here with us. So hey Juan, how are you?
I'm doing good. Doing real good. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
Sure.
It's good to have you on the channel, man.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Finally.
Right. So we've been trying to find some way to collab, and hopefully we're able to make that happen today. We're gonna have some good conversation, bring some value. Hopefully we can bring some value to you guys out there based on the conversation that we have today. Okay, I'm still trying to get the live. Juan, are you able to see the live?
Yeah, I'm actually. Yeah, I can see it. I got it on my computer right now. It's actually really clear, except
Okay.
for my ugly face.
You always say that, man. I'm pretty sure there's people in your life that don't think bad about you. They're like,
Right,
oh, look at him, this handsome young man.
right. You're talking about yourself, right?
Oh, look at you. You got me again. You got me again. One thing about Juan, man, Juan just makes me laugh. You make me laugh. Even watching your lives, man. You just me and my wife be watching your lives sometimes. It's like, this guy's funny. The fact that you be laughing a lot and it makes everybody else laugh. It's just like, damn, Juan just cracks me up.
Yeah.
But I want to say what's up to a few people here in the comments. What's going on here, Zeus? What is happening? Frank said he was the first. Frankie, we got Butterman. Butterman, what's going on? Next step. What's up, Larry? What's going on? June is in the building. Lionel, Jesse, Cheryl. What's going on, CB? We got Jason in the building. Jason Nance. What's going on, my guy? All right, y'all. As you can see, I got Liberty Graphic on the phone. So don't forget, y'all, this is a live interview. This is not pre-recorded. This thing is happening live. So drop your questions in the building there in the comments. Leave your questions. Anything that you want to ask Juan, some personal questions. Get in there. He'll answer what he wants to answer.
Yeah, make sure you keep it family. keep it as a family show.
Oh yeah, keep it friendly now. As always, keep it friendly, keep it PG, maybe PG-13, not rated R and none of that.
Yeah.
So Juan, what's going on, man? Welcome again.
Thank you.
Yeah, so for people that don't know who you are, Juan, why don't you tell the people today who you are, where you're from, just a little bit about yourself.
Well, real quick, my name is Juan. Few people know me, Juan Cortez, from Liberty Graphic Designs. Real quick, I was born in Mexico, and at the age of 14, my mom actually put me on a bus and sent me to the States as with back then it was like sort of like a student visa.
Okay.
and I've been here in the States since 1994.
Wow.
So
Since 1994.
yeah,
Nice, nice. Okay.
April 22nd, 1994.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I guess you were here. If you came in 94, I came in 6 years after you. So myself, I migrated from Africa too. But I
Cool.
wasn't 4 years old like you were. So
No,
you said
14.
4 years?
No,
14? Okay, I was 12. So all right. So I
I was
wasn't
14
that far.
years old.
Okay. So how was it? How was it transitioning to the US? How was that?
Well, actually, when I got here, it was. I mean, everything was new, right? I remember, and I'm gonna sound kind of a. I don't want to say. Well, let's say it. I kind of stupid. One of the things I remember, it's people teaching me like everything. Like, for example, this is what I say. I'm gonna sound kind of stupid because people used to tell me when a vehicle, like this is the things that I remember. When a car is gonna turn a certain way, it's gonna have a blinker on. So make sure you don't cross the street if it's putting the blinker this way. I was like, cool, cool, okay. I don't know why. I don't know why I remember that, but yeah, it
Okay.
was it was kind of hard because not all my family, but my younger brothers stayed behind. They stayed in Mexico. I was 14 years old. With my older brother, my two oldest brothers, they're like, I mean, they're about 7 years older than me. So
Okay.
coming to a new country, one of the things that I remember doing is I dropped everything that had to do with Spanish. I mean, there was
Mm.
no music in Spanish. There was no TV in Spanish. There was nothing like that because I wanted to better myself. I will watch. I will watch. I used to. I remember I used to listen a lot to UB40. I couldn't understand a single word, but I wanted to learn the language.
Yeah,
And school was really hard. It's hard as
man.
heck because I couldn't understand anything. I mean, it
Wow.
was it was, but it was it, you know
Technology
yeah.
works with us and it also kills us all at the same time. Okay. Looks like we're back live. Do you see it live on your end?
No, I don't see it. I mean, I can see the chat room. Um, but I don't see it live yet. Let me refresh it. There you go. We're good.
We're good. Okay.
Actually, I'm still frozen.
This thing is crazy.
Yeah, I guess when you bring me in, it'll unfrozen.
Yeah, let's try that. Okay, you should be back in there live.
Okay.
Can you guys see Juan on the screen? Let us know. The crazy thing, it still says that it's live on my end, and there's 2 people watching. I feel like the
Yeah.
last live never ended.
Yeah. No, it didn't, because I was actually texting 2 people. I was posting.
Okay. But I ended that live. For some reason, it's not ending. Jesus. Sometimes YouTube can get me sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But we're live. I know we're live because we're live over here, like on the software. We're live.
Yeah. Yeah,
But the
but I
fact,
don't see anything on YouTube. But then again, there's like, I can see you moving on YouTube.
you see me moving, like right now, my hands are moving.
No, I see you when you were you're. Let me see, because again, there's a delay, so I have to
There's
wait
the
for that
Yeah, there's
30
a
seconds
slight
to go
delay.
by. Yeah, no, it's frozen again.
Oh man, the heck, yo.
What kind of software are you using to go live on YouTube?
Switcher Studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Switcher Studio is the software that I use at the church to do the live broadcast and all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, software works good. It's just something's happening right now with YouTube, and I can't see the live. I'm gonna have to clear my cache. I'm sorry, man. I'm wasting your time.
No, you're good. You're good.
Said one is still frozen. Can you guys hear me talk? Like, do you hear me live right now?
Okay.
Oh,
I
it
can
looks
hear
like
you,
we're
but
good.
for some reason now my face is on Facebook.
But now it looks like you're good now. I can see you.
Yeah.
We just restarted.
See,
All
people
right.
saying I see one.
All right. So the C1. Okay. I'm glad y'all see one.
See,
And
Mexicans take over everything.
yeah, I come to this country and just take over. That's what I like. Okay. We should be good. Fingers crossed this don't happen again.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna bring us both on screen again.
He said, not wasting Juan's time. That's what he does.
Okay. So we should be good. We're back, y'all. Sorry about that. We're back. We had a little something happened in the internet world right there, and we don't know what it was, but we were back. And right before we got disconnected, say, I'm hearing you. Yes, I hear you and can see you. Okay, and him. You guys are good. Back to business. All right. They want us back to business, Juan. They want us back to business.
That's good. That's good.
No
I
more
told you not
wasting
to let
time.
Waldo in.
Yes. So yeah, Juan, I know we've already talked about how you came over here, how's everything. So the question here, first of all, I want to pay respects for everything that you're doing in the community, building building your community, teaching and educating people on the industries. You know, there's a lot of people out there that's new to it that still have a lot of questions, same questions we had at one point. But
Mhm.
the, I believe the time that I started, there wasn't that much content out there to answer those questions. I don't know about you, but I'm sure you've been in the game longer than me, way longer than me. So let's start there, Juan. How long have you been in the industry as a whole doing custom apparels?
So I started in '07. It's like early '07. So there was no YouTube back then. There was no videos that I can just, click in and watch. As a matter of fact, the internet wasn't even that, fast at all. I mean, back then, the fastest internet you can get was Roadrunner, and you had to pay an arm and a leg, to get that. It was dial up. So I can't remember when YouTube came on, but I want to say YouTube started like in '06, '07. And
Yeah,
trust me, there was no videos that we can watch. I mean, and if I would have been smart enough, whenever YouTube started coming around and me opening a channel, just imagine what I would be right now.
yeah,
That's one of the things that I always tell people, like starting the business, go ahead and start right now. Don't wait till everything is good. Just go ahead and start. You're gonna make mistakes. Let me tell you, people that are starting now, they have it so much better than we did back then. And I
yeah.
mean, I'm only going back to '07. There's people that started way before even before I was born, and they had it even worse. So yeah, if you're thinking about starting a business, whether it's screen printing, applique, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say applique, I meant to say HTV. Whatever it is that you want to start your business, go ahead and start it now.
Start now.
That's what I tell
Yeah.
everybody.
That's what I tell people too. Start now. Don't wait. Start now. Whatever it is that you want to do. If it's
Mhm.
YouTube, start now. Don't wait to get that brand new equipment, the best camera, this, that, and the third. Right now, believe it or not, I'm using an iPhone. That's right there. And I'm sure y'all got it in your pockets right now.
Yeah.
And so most people want to wait for the best things, the best lighting, and they waste all this time and yet sitting on that valuable content that they could be giving out to people out there. So get started now. So I started before he was born. Oh man. So okay, so you started in 2007. What motivated you, or why did you get into printing custom apparel?
Okay, so me starting my business, I think it's a little dark side of my life. Me starting a business, I actually, in high school, they actually taught us how to do screen printing, but I didn't remember screen printing from high school. It wasn't until I was like, I want to say maybe 2 years into screen printing that I remember. I was like, hey, I used to do this in high school. But I've always said since I was younger, I said, you know what, I gotta have a business by the time I'm 30 years old. Otherwise, I'm gonna put a bullet in my head. Excuse my description, but that's how I used to think. And then in 2000, I started selling computer parts, like CPUs, memory, and then I used to make computers. I used to build computers for students that were on a budget that they didn't have the money to buy a brand new computer. I used to put computers together, and I used to work at Sony at the time. So I used to buy Sony's monitors, as big old monitors back then. I
Right.
used to buy them for like $5, and I used to put them in together with a bundle for students so they can afford a computer. That's how I got in the business. When I came to Texas, I couldn't do that because Texas, at that time, it was like 2 years behind on like versus California. So
Okay.
Texas did not have the money for me to keep the computer business going, and I ended up in construction. And long story short, I wanted to work with soccer uniforms since I always played soccer in my life. And I started doing numbers and names and stuff like that. I used to pay $5 for the name, $5 for the number, and then it got to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy a plotter because this is
Mm,
getting expensive. So one day I went to Dallas and I bought the last set of names for a soccer uniform for the whole team. And that dude used to put it on a plastic bag, like he used to stick the names on a plastic bag. Well, he grabbed a black one And when I made it to Waco, this is a 2-hour drive. When I went to go pill it, the carrier
Oh,
brought the color of the
the
bag.
bag.
And when I went to put the names on the uniforms, it just ruined everything. So I had to go back, wasted like 8 hours just on the road, and I just got mad and I went and bought a plotter. It cost me $1,300. And
Wow.
I remember I was on the way back, I was shaking. I was like, that's a lot of money. Am I gonna make my money back? 3 months later, the plotter was paid for. And it's just like that was like the eye opener for me as far as the business. And then the customers that I used to have, they're the ones that pushed me into screen printing. So that's how I started my business. And by the way, I started my business with $166, selling like little things like 50 cent and dollar items at the flea market. That's how I started.
Wow. You just said you started your business with $160 and
166.
$166 to be exact. Most
Uh-huh.
people nowadays we're trying to buy the best of the best to get started. And I think because of people waiting so long to get the best equipment, the best hydronic heat press and stuff like that, it is prolonging them because they can't yet get that money up, that $1,200 to buy that press. So they're scared to get started. So if let's say if you were starting the t-shirt business today, okay, what would be the very first equipment that you would purchase if you say, let's say you still have your $160, you went ahead to wash clothes and you found another $50. Now you got $200. What would be the first thing you buy with that machine, with that money?
If I had if that's all I had was $200. The first thing now, with the knowledge that I have now, and with YouTube, the greatest university in the world that is free,
Right.
the first thing that I will go ahead and buy, I will buy some screens, inks, and a couple of hinges, and make my own screen printing. I kind of like drill the hinges to the back of the screen so it'll go up and down.
Yeah.
That's how I will start my business. And
Wow.
that's exactly what I would do with one of those little heat guns. Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I would do.
Say, all right. So guys, you see, you can start with $160 on the screen printing route. So why did you choose to go with the screen printing instead of HTV at first?
No, at first I used to do HTV.
Okay, okay, so you started with HTV. You started right because you said you was doing the numbers on the jerseys.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so then vice versa, then what led you to switch to screen printing?
My customers, my current customers that I had at the time, they started pushing to make them banners, to make them signs, to make them work shirts, and I had no idea how to do that. Well, there's a place in Dallas at that time. There was a place in Dallas that I used to get all my t-shirts from. I used to pay like
Okay.
$2.25 back then for a shirt. Um, and one day I remember I walked in the store, and this Asian guy, he was like, "Are you doing screen printing?" And I was like, "Yeah." I didn't know, I didn't even know what that was, right? And it's like, "Yeah." He goes, "Hey, what kind of machine do you have?" And I was like, "Well, I just got a little one, but I didn't have anything." And he says, "You know what? My friend is selling one that is a 6x4, and he wants $800 for it." He gave me his number. I went and I went to his friend's shop, and I bought the machine for him. It ended up being a 4x4. It's a tracer, antique tracer, and he gave me a flash dryer with it, and he gave me, I think it was 10 wooden screens, and that's how I started my business. Now, what got me to like stick to screen printing is two things. One, I noticed that there was more profit, a lot less investment
Okay.
when it comes to like single items. For example, we can buy a gallon of ink for $60, and that gallon of ink, depending on the color, you can make up to 5,000 shirts. Again, depending on the color of the shirt and depending on the graphic. Well, you go spend the same $60 in HTV, you can only get so many shirts done. I mean, you can
Yeah.
only get, if you're lucky, you can get 100 shirts off of that.
Depending on
And
how
so I
big
was
the
like,
logo
wait,
is.
yeah, I was like, wait, this is a no-brainer. And the second reason why I stuck with HTV was divorce. I went through divorce and I lost 85% of my business. So what I ended up with was the screen printing side, and I
Okay.
lost all the other. So and I just stuck 100% to screen printing and left the or never focused on the HTV again.
Wow. Okay. So, but now, for fast forward, now you're doing what type of services do you offer now in your business?
We offer screen printing. We do also offer HTV embroidery. Embroidery is a really funny story how I got in it.
Tell us
And
about it.
and signs. That's what we offer.
Okay. So tell us that funny story about the embroidery, man. How did you get into that?
So
And how,
the story about the embroidery, I have construction companies, a lot of construction companies that I do their stuff for. Well, I remember one of my biggest customer came in and he said, I want some hats done. And I was like, oh, I can't do hats. He says, you need to do hats. So I asked the customer because I couldn't do a hat. And I was like,
wow.
dang. So I remember I had $8,000 put together. And when he told me that, and I asked that customer, I got another one. And he says, man, I need you to make me some hats. And I was like, I can't embroider hats. And he's like, well, you need to start making hats, embroidery. So I was like, I told my ex-wife at the time, I was like, I'll be right back. And we were at the flea market. I'll be right back. And she's like, where are you going? I said, I'm gonna go to Dallas. She's like, wait, but we have to pick up it, and you have to pick everything up, and you have the truck. And I was like, I'll be right back. I'll be back before the end of the day. So I went to a I went to a company in Dallas and bought my first single head Tajima. It cost me $7,500, and I got 1 hour of training. And I came back to the house, no software, just the printer. I mean the embroidery machine, not knowing how to digitize, how to do anything. And Waldo's always joking with me about me having bootleg software. Well, I actually got my first bootleg software, and that's how I started digitizing.
Wow.
But yeah, that was really. I mean, at that time, that's all the money we had, and I just dumped it all on one machine that I had no idea how to run or if it even ran. I knew it ran, right? But I have no idea. So I just dumped everything that we had.
Wow.
So
But you were able to then get to that guy and say, "Hey, I can do hats now.
I
Come
still
on
have him
back."
as a customer.
And you
As a
still
matter of
have
fact,
him.
I'm working on his stuff. He ordered 20 hats. He brought another 20 hats. This is today. And I'm doing some yard signs. I'm doing a hundred yard signs for him
Wow.
tomorrow. So I recover or I got that customer back. So till the day. So
Wow.
really good customer.
That's amazing. That was amazing. The fact that you were able to retain a customer that almost walked away from you because you couldn't do a
Yes.
thing. That's
Hmm.
that's amazing. So then my next question here is how have you been able to get customers? So what is your method of getting new customers and keeping your current customers?
So the method to this day, I've used very little advertising. But one of the things that I focus a lot on is whatever leaves my shop, it better be right next to 100%
Mm,
because my work is going to speak for itself. So that's how I've been able to retain a lot of my customers. I mean, from the very early beginnings of my business, that's how I retain my customers by trying to get really good quality work. But we need to do some advertising.
yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. Super quick. I want to say what's up to a few people here. If you're in the comments, I want to say what's up to you. I appreciate the super chat over there. Levi, appreciate the super chat. Levi said, man, two of my favorite people are in the building right now. Yeah,
Cool. What's up, Levi?
we're in here right now. I'm talking to Juan from Liberty Graphics himself. CB, what's going on? If you're here, don't forget to smash the like button. And if you don't know Juan, you can go ahead check Juan out on YouTube. His channel is Liberty Graphics. You should see it on the screen right about now. He's Liberty Graphics on the screen there. So drop some questions in the comments that you have for Juan. If I haven't asked him yet, you can still drop your questions now. But y'all keep chatting in the comments there, and I'm gonna keep talking to Juan over here. So Juan, you said you do zero marketing, but you're still able to retain your customers. That's good. So do you think if you were able to put some efforts into marketing now, what method for marketing would you use?
Well, the first ones will be the obvious, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, those that are free, the ones that are free, those will be the very first ones. And then with the same ones, we will stick again with Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, but and pay advertising. Also, Google, you can also do Google. At the Before I went through the divorce, I used to do a lot of advertisement. I used to sponsor a lot of soccer teams, and that brought me back the money that I invested and then some. So doing stuff like that. If you guys hear about an event that's happening in your city, go ahead and donate an X amount of shirts. An X. By the way, if you want to advertise your business, the easiest way to advertise your business is through this. Aha. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Mm,
Because a lot of people, and I tell you because this is what we do. We do a lot of shirts, especially for advertising, for sponsors and stuff like that. You can get somebody to wear that shirt one day out of the month, but
wow.
I can get somebody to wear this hat multiple times in a week. So that will be the easiest and faster way to get yourself out there if you put your name on a hat and either give it away or give it away very cheap. But places that you can go that are events, events that are happening in your city and your closest city, whatever you want to target, go by there and drop off something and you just give it away. Business cards work, but trust me, not as good as a hat. So
Yeah,
that's a
so
very good
that's
idea.
that's interesting. That is a very good idea because, like you said, people will wear that shirt one time and toss it, and you'll hope, especially if that shirt is a rough, maybe a Gildan or something like that, that it just whatever. They're probably gonna just wear it one time, make sure you see them wearing it, and toss it. But a hat, if you get them a nice hat embroidered on there, yeah, I never thought of that one there. I never thought about that one. That's a value right there, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all use that because wine just dropped some value. So then my next thing here is, so we're gonna fast forward all the way to our current situation now. And so right now, we're going to COVID-19, and a lot of businesses are closed, and there's a lot of situations that's happening. My question here is, how how is COVID-19 treating you today as a business owner?
COVID-19, it's actually hit me pretty hard, like really, really hard. When I came back from Mexico in January, I had a little bit of work and I finished the work that I have from January, right? When I went on vacations to Mexico. But I I noticed that there was no customers coming in. I was like, there's something going on. What the heck? And I usually get really busy in February because the university brings me a lot of work. The university canceled everything, and then we hit February, and then COVID-19 happens. So the entire month of February, the entire month of March, we got three jobs, totaling about $1,000.
Wow.
So to run a business, I was like, oh my God. So, all of our savings have been, we spent all of our savings. Um, it's really, really hard. It's almost unexplainable because it's like, dude, how can something that, like, say, for example, when it first happened right in China, how can something so far away affect me here in the States? Well, it did. So, but the Lord is big and great. So we always put our trust in the Lord. I know this is not what this is about, but that's what I did. I mean, and did affect really bad. Liberty Graphic Designs COVID-19. I mean, till today, I don't get customers coming in the door. So yeah, hopefully it'll get better.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's yeah, it's gonna get better because, like you said, it's it hit all of us. We're all going through this together. It's not just you. We all are going through this together. Even people watching this on YouTube right now, I want to encourage y'all. You're not going through this alone. Okay, you're not. I'm going through it. I'm in here. Hopefully, we're able to sustain because of the connections that we're having on online. You know, the websites, the social medias, being able to build courses and teach people how to do certain things. So I want to encourage somebody, if you're not on social media, if you don't have a presence doing something online, you want to get started. I would encourage you to get started doing something that, if everything was to fail and you still have the internet, you can still make some type of income. And most people are like, if you're not sure where to go, what to do, YouTube could be a start. You know, it's going to take a while, but people are making money on YouTube with these ad revenues, these affiliate links, and all that. It's not going to be much as your business, but you're going to have something to pay some type of bills. And yeah, I just want to encourage y'all, start doing things online, 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 online. All right.
Right. I mean,
So
I even saw my YouTube go down. I don't
yeah,
know if you saw it.
yeah. YouTube views. YouTube went down drastically.
Yes, mine was cut by half.
Yeah, and they're saying it's because right now there's not a lot of, especially with the views and then some of the ad revenues, they don't have manual checks. Like, people are not in the offices doing things or checking your videos. So some of my videos, they're telling me that it's not eligible for ads and this, that, and the third. I was like, how is that? And then it's like, yeah, because the computer right now is reading a lot of the videos and it's not actual people. So that's what the views are a little fluctuating a little bit. But eventually, when they get back in the office, I feel like things are going to pick up. And yeah, just keep dropping content, you know? So then my other thing here is, okay, what led you to start YouTube? Like, why did you start YouTube? Why YouTube?
So YouTube, a lot of people is probably not going to believe this, but I used to be real shy, very shy. So I told my wife, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. She's like, why? I was like, because I want to expose the business, and this is exactly why I wanted to start a YouTube channel, to expose the business, to maybe get one or two more customers in the door. And she was like, yeah, right, whatever. I was like, I am. So I started a YouTube channel, and I told her, by May I'm gonna hit this mark, and then by August I'm gonna hit this mark, and I was hitting every single mark. And my wife was actually, I guess, surprised. And I already deleted my very first videos. Waldo's probably one of the ones that still remembers the early videos, but it was a joke, man. I couldn't even. I probably I probably made about 30 videos before I uploaded one because it was so bad. It's like really bad. So, but the reason behind the whole YouTube thing was to expose my business. That
Mm.
was 100%. A year later, I got $120, I think, and I was like, "Hey, what is this?" So I was like, "Cool, I can get paid from this." So yeah,
Yes.
it took me a whole year to make $100.
Wow.
So yeah,
Okay. Yeah. I mean, once you get that first check, you realize, like, dang, this thing is proven. This is a proven concept. All I gotta
yes,
do is keep
yes,
going in, and eventually I'm gonna make more money than what I made the first time, right?
yeah,
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, basically that's the same reason why we got into YouTube, man, just to expose the business and then to break that that shyness. I'm not shy, but there was something there that I can't really point to. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start doing these videos, and especially looking for certain content that I couldn't find. I say, you know what? I'm gonna be the one giving it to the people the way I want to give it to them. You know, you ask questions, people are being stingy with the information. They want to lead you all types of ways. So I was like, man, I'm just give it to them plain. You know, just give it to them. If nobody watches, nobody watches it. When I started YouTube, man, I was in this little closet. My whole business, I started in the closet where I could be. I always tell people I couldn't even stretch my arm in that closet space. You know, like you'll see some of the videos from the early channel, and like eventually I got comfortable and then just started doing videos everywhere over the house, you know,
Yeah.
and I didn't even start getting paid until recently, late last year, but it's still it's still a lot of it's a lot more to do. It's a lot of learning to do when it comes to delivering the content and all that. But I'm grateful to be able to be recognized on this platform as somebody that brings value. And that's the same
Mhm.
thing to say for you. I watch some of your videos and people are into it. I listen to the comments, I read the comments, people are all in there, they're talking, they're asking questions because people are engaged with your content. And the fact that you can bring it bilingual, bro, that's something right there. You know, a lot of us can't do that. So how did you figure out like I should do this? I should do this English and then I should do some of the same videos again in Spanish.
Well, Spanish is my first language,
Right?
so that should be a natural, but it's not. I can
Mm,
actually I can actually communicate the items or whatever it is that I'm using in English than in Spanish. I actually struggle more with Spanish. Like what do we call this or what do we call that or as a matter of fact, before I made a video in Spanish, I watched a lot of videos in Spanish just to learn the correct terminology when it came to, like, for example, squeegee. For us, it's squeegee, but in
mm.
Spanish, it doesn't even make sense to me because in Spanish it's called rasero, and I'm like,
Rastero.
huh? So it just doesn't make sense to me. A lot of the stuff that they have in Spanish, it's very different. So I did make some videos. I would like to make more videos in Spanish, but again, they're so how can I say it? It's like whenever I make a video in Spanish, I notice that not a lot of people like them or not a lot of
Mm,
people watches them. So that's why I kind of don't make a lot of videos in Spanish. Like, for
okay.
example, my lives, the live on Sunday, that was nothing but Spanish, but nobody showed up.
Ah,
So
okay.
so the Sunday live, it was Spanish, and the Tuesday was in English, but nobody showed up in Spanish. So it just became, both of them became English lives. And but yeah, I mean, um, because Spanish is my first language, I don't take it as an advantage, or I don't feel like, oh man, I'm better than so and so because I speak two languages. No, I truly don't. To me, it's just like, hey, you know, I I guess I got lucky.
You just being you. That's all it is. Yeah, right. You just being you because that's where you're comfortable at. That's you. You know.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let's check in the chat here see if anybody got any questions here. Say what's up to a few people. What's going on, Waldo? I know Waldo follow Juan's everywhere, right? Or Juan following him. Who's following who there?
Yeah.
Levi, what is up? AC, what's going on, AC? AC always causing trouble, man. What's going on, KJH? How are you? Appreciate the super chat over there, mama. Appreciate it. Okay. Jesus saying he lost 99% of his orders. It's gonna come back, man. Levi said he got his stimulus check today, bro. What you about to go buy with that?
My
Anybody
wife
else
got
got
hers
theirs?
today.
Let me know in the comments. I didn't get mine, so I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, my wife got hers today, but she ain't sharing it.
Yeah, I was trying to look for mine too, man. Hi, Gina. How are you doing? Mary. Yeah. So Juan, what else? What else you want to tell the people, man? What else you got?
So let me answer a question that Mary just posted. She
Okay.
says, "Hey, E and Juan, do you heat press cap patches?" So this is just me, okay? This is a personal opinion. I believe that hats should be embroidered.
Okay.
I don't like it when I see a hat that's either screen printed. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying don't do it.
Right.
This is just me. But no, I don't heat press patches on hats. All my hats are embroidered.
Okay.
There's other ways. If you do have patches, you can sew them on, and but they look good. They look really cool when you sew them on.
When you sew them, are you sewing them with the embroidery machine?
You can either use the embroidery machine or you can use the actual sewing machine or just do it by hand. I mean, patches on hats are very, very hot. Like you can also do stuff like this. This is riveted on. It's got
Right.
metal rivets. So, but yeah, I mean, there's many different ways. But to answer Mary's question, I do not heat press patches on hats.
Yeah, I've never heat pressed any. I never even touched a patch. I never worked with it, and yeah, I just never did. And as far as like embroidering hats, I'm looking into getting the embroidery machine. So one, that's the next question, right? I see there's a lot of in the past you've had some ups and downs with embroidery machine based on information that you give us through the channel. So if I were to invest or anybody else were to invest in an embroidery machine right now, how would you lead us?
First of all, it's money wise. How much money do you have to invest in a machine? That will determine what kind of machine you're gonna get. And then, if you're when you're ready to get into an embroidery and the embroidery business, you have to get the best that you can for your money. So, say for example, we're gonna talk in the seven thousand to $10,000 range. Say for example, somebody came up to me and said, "Hey Juan, I got $7,000. I want to buy an embroidery machine. Which one would you recommend?" The first one that's gonna come out of my mouth, or two of them, is gonna say Tajima and Beridan. Those are gonna be the two. But $7,000 is gonna get you the machine. Now, know this. A lot of people think that an embroidery machine should be like a printer and come with software. That's not the case. It is not the case. So an embroidery machine is going to come by itself, and then you have to buy the software yourself separate. So the software, the cheapest one, is going to cost you about $900, unless there's somewhere or some softwares out there that I don't know about, but they're going to cost you about um, $900, and the most expensive one I've seen is $16,000. So that's the range. Now, say for example, you come in with $10,000, you can get a brand new Tajima. You can get a Genome, something that you're not gonna outgrow that fast, and that you're gonna be able to get your money back at the quickest. So that's what. And even with that being said, right? I made the biggest mistake of buying a machine that I thought it was going to be good for me. It did not work out for me. I'm not saying that the company was bad, is the machines that I got were not good. So, um, again, whatever money you have, make sure that you get the best that you can for your money, and know what
Right.
you're going to be working for. Know what like on one of my lives. I don't think it was, yeah, one of my lives. I said, everybody knows who Warren Buffett is. Warren Buffett, I watch a lot of videos, motivational videos, and Warren Buffett has this saying, and he says, invest, don't speculate. So
Mm.
whenever you're gonna get into an embroidery machine, let's say for example, and this is what I do, this is exactly what I do. So if I'm gonna get in another machine, I look up the end result, in this case a hat, right? And I will calculate how many hats I need to sell to pay for that machine before I even put any money towards any machine. So I already know how many hats, and I start targeting hats. So, say for example, I just bought a machine that cost me $11,000. I have to sell that many hats to make my money back. To know
Yeah.
that now my machine is quote unquote free.
Mm.
So again, invest, don't speculate.
Wow. Yeah, that's a good point in there. You saying basically just work backwards. If I'm gonna buy something, start backwards and see how much of a product I need to sell to pay for
Mhm.
that machine at this fastest rate.
Yeah.
That's a good strategy there, because at least now it gets you thinking and gets you targeting that money at the fast as possible. You're not out there selling shirts when you know you need to pay for this hat machine. Even though if the
Yes.
order comes, it comes, but the target here is to pay for that hat machine. And I
Yeah.
like
I
that.
mean, just imagine we're going through COVID. We're going through COVID-19. Say, for example, all my machines were bought on credit. What would I be doing right now?
Right.
You know. So that's why we need to do something like that.
Okay. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, man. I know. I want to respect your time. And right now we're at an hour mark from when we started. I know we started late and all. And yeah, so if right before we let you go, Juan, if you had one advice for a person that is new out there and they're struggling to get started with their business, what would you tell them today?
I would tell them to do exactly what I did at the beginning. When I started, I used to sell at the flea market, and know this, I hate flea markets. I don't like going to a flea market, but I knew that that's where I would get my bills paid. So I went to the flea market, and this is what I would tell anybody: either you're starting by, you're just barely starting, or you're intermediate. Study your customers, listen to your customers. Like, for example, whenever we get calls from salesperson, I hate people that call me and they try to sell me something and they don't listen to what I'm saying. The greatest quality a salesperson can have is the ability to listen to your customers. That's the greatest ability a salesperson can have. So now, with that being said, the one thing I will tell everybody is study your customers, see what they're buying, and figure out how to get them to buy from you. That will be the greatest thing. It's like, okay, what is he buying? What does he have in the bag? Where did he got it from? And how can I get him to buy it from me? Or how can I get that person to buy and come my shop and buy it from me? That would be like the one thing that I would tell everybody. And listen to your customers, because they're the ones telling you what they like and don't like. And a lot of people, they just want to sell. Another thing is, whenever, and I'm referring to sales because this is how we get our money. Uh, salespeople, like, say, for example, I'm gonna bring a company up that I really dislike right now. Is Sunset Financial. They're the ones that finance my last machine. They're like brokers. They try to make that sell. Don't do that. That's the worst thing you can do. Don't try to make the sale. If I know I can sell this hat for $20, don't sell it for 20. Sell it for 15. And that
Mm.
customer is gonna come back to you. But let me tell you, if instead of selling this hat for 20, you sell it for 25, the customer's gonna find out you sold them a hat that's worth 20 bucks for an extra five. And guess what he's gonna do? He's never gonna come
It's
back.
not coming
Not
back.
only he's not gonna come back, he's gonna go tell everybody that he knows, and you just shot your foot in the. I'm sorry, you just shot yourself in the foot by doing that. So
Yeah.
that's what I say. The greatest asset, or the greatest asset that a salesperson can have is the ability to listen to your customers. That's
Wow.
what I think.
That's it, guys. So Juan saying start where he started. So start small, get your foot in the doors around those flea markets. You know, get some exposure on your business, get your name out there, and basically while you're out there, you're getting feedbacks. You're building your customer, you're building your clientele, and then listen to those feedbacks from your customers, man, and value your customers. And basically, what I like to tell people the same thing is, I say quality over it's accuracy over speed, quality service, and value. So I like to provide quality product, give good service, and give good value to customers for their money. You know, and that's important. Juan also mentioned do not try to oversell somebody because you feel like they're not knowledgeable of what that product should cost. Because then, of course, they're gonna pay you that $25 because they don't want you to bad name them. But at the end of the day, they're gonna be the ones to take your name out there and say, "Hey, don't go back to Liberty Graphics, man. Don't mess with Garment Creations because they're upcharging you. I can get you over here for $15." So yeah,
Mhm.
I like those, man. I like those points right there. So if I were to start right now, I will start working out those flea markets. And yeah. So why I'm starting this thing right before we go, we're gonna play a little game here. This is just off the top, you know, and some lightning round questions real quick. So
Can I cut you off real quick?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go grab something real quick. Okay. Hold on.
okay.
Don't go anywhere.
Juan has left the building, y'all. Juan just left the building. He stepped off. One step quality over quantity. Yes, quality over quantity all the time. What's going on,
Okay.
Larry?
I'm back.
You're back.
Sorry for cutting you off, but Nita asked the question. She said, "Question, Juan, what are your marketing strategies? This is what works the greatest for me. So I just want to grab this, okay? Any item would do, but
Mm-hmm.
get a very good item. For example, this one is made by where's the brand? It's made
New
by
era.
can you see the brand right there?
New
New
era,
Era.
yeah.
So this is really nice. I mean, it's like super nice, very, very nice. This is one of my biggest strategies. Put the logo of somebody and just give it to them. Just give it to them. This is $18. You put this in somebody's hand and they'll come back and they're gonna buy way more than if you were trying to sell it to them. So just put the logo, give it to them. I said, hey, brother, sister, here you go. Thank you for being one of my customers. You just thank you. You know, just I thought of you and I made that for you. Give it to them. My best model so far is a 6X.
Wow.
My best model, the person that I use, that I give this to his a 6X. And he has a group of 52 people that whenever I give him a shirt, he's gonna come back and buy 53.
Wow.
So that is a very good strategy.
Wow. Yeah. So that is a good strategy. You got to give them. You got to wow. I like to call it wowing your customers. You got to give them that wow. What is your wow factor? So it seemed like for you, your wow factor is basically giving them that free product. And I used to work for McDonald's, right? And one of the strategies from the founding guy Rick Kroc was he used to say, "Give them the pickle." So basically, the whole story behind giving them the pickle is so there was a restaurant, super quick. There was a restaurant. This guy, he used to sell ice cream, and their secret sauce was pickles. So they had ice cream and pickles, and they were giving free pickles out to people. So one day, this new employee came in there. They didn't know what the model was, and this person got the ice cream, and it's like, "Hey, where's my pickle?" And then he was like, "Hey, we don't do the pickle anymore. This and the third, and we're not gonna give you any pickles." So because of that, him not giving that one customer the pickle to wow that customer, they ended up shutting down that business because that person went ahead and told all these people in the community that this company no longer gives the pickle. So now that's when McDonald's starts selling sauces and this, that, and the third, some people always be like, "Hey, just give them the sauce, give them the sauce," because that one person that you told no about that sauce could literally shut down your business because they can go out there and tell somebody else. So I always tell people, "Hey, give them the pickle. You gotta wow your customer." So I like the fact that you're using a hat, an actual product, not a cheap product, to
No,
wow your customers.
yeah, you can use a shirt. I've used shirts, hats, jackets, anything that we sell. I give one away, and it's
Yeah.
worked so far. So
Okay. So Juan, coffee or tea, man?
tea has to be tea.
It
I don't
has
like
to be
coffee.
tea. No coffee, huh?
Mm-mm.
Wow. Coffee or tea? I happen to be a coffee guy, man. What's your favorite tea?
Flavor teas, like for example, natural teas, cherries, mangoes, mint, peppermint, something that is natural, and it especially in its natural state, like that. I even lemonades. I actually made my own lemonade. I take a lime and I boil it. It's very very bitter, but I like it. Everything that's natural. Coffee. I'm not a coffee guy. I probably drink about 10 cups of coffee a year.
Okay.
Very very little.
iPhone or Android?
Android, all the way.
Android. Okay. What phone is
iPhones
that?
are too slow for me, and iPhones are, in my opinion, they're overrated.
Mm,
In
okay.
my opinion.
All right. I'm an iPhone guy, man. We're gonna have to get you on team iPhone side, man. Okay, so movies or podcasts?
Movies.
Movies.
Yeah.
What's one of your favorite movies?
I don't think I have one, but like with my son or with my two sons, they love movies, so we always at the theater. So, but me, I don't think I have a favorite movie.
Okay.
If it's something like, for example, the one that I can tell you right away that I really like is called Obama's Nation, and I really like that one. So yeah,
Okay.
documentaries, true stories based on true stories, stuff like that.
Mm. All right. So walking or driving? That's the last one. Walking or driving?
Has to be walking, man. I
Yes.
like walking, but I'm always on my vehicle.
No, I gotta drive, man. I gotta drive, bro. I ain't even walking to the Wawa. That's a Wawa right there. Like, all right, Juan, man. It's been nice talking to you, man. And I don't know. Let's say what's up to the people in the chat before we go. Make sure we don't miss any questions. But it's been nice having you on the channel, man. I honestly appreciate you for being on here. I appreciate you just being available in all aspects, being available on the internet, being reachable, and just being laid back. I don't know. I didn't know how this conversation was gonna go, but hey, you a chill dude. I can literally drink tea with you one of these days. But I don't know about the bitter tea and all that, but we can definitely do something. Eventually, when everything goes back to normal, we'll probably meet up in one of these shows one of these days, and we can kick it and yeah, and talk more about the content.
Yeah, yeah.
Someone, oh, Nita Rain. Nita's Rain's my wife. She's talking about E forced me to get an iPhone. Yeah, I sure did. She had to be on Team iPhone. Always have to watch movie alone. Okay, Jason. Sorry, I just looked at comments. No, y'all are beautiful and wonderful. Okay, I don't know what that came from. Said, where's my pickle? Jenna said, where's her pickle? Leverage, influence, great gets along. Okay. I'm just trying to follow up real quick, make sure there was nothing for you. But yeah, man, Juan, I don't want to hold you up. I don't want to waste your time any longer. And yeah, we gotta do something sometime, man. We gotta do something for your channel next. Maybe you can bring me on. We gotta figure out something to collab another way. You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No problem. I mean, yeah, that would be nice. I mean, this was fun. Waldo's asking for a plugin, but he has to pay for it.
Waldo's asking for what?
For a
Said
plugin.
plug me in, let
Plug
them
me in
follow
one. Tell
me.
them to follow me.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and follow Waldo. Waldo has a YouTube channel. Also,
No, don't
Juan,
follow.
don't follow him. Don't follow him. Juan said, "Don't do it. Don't do it. But do it if you want to be nice." So Juan,
Yeah.
where can everybody follow you at, man? Where can it find you at
So
on the internet?
you can follow me on Liberty Graphic Designs. That's my YouTube channel. LGD 2016. That's my Instagram. Juan Cortez. That will be my Facebook, and also Liberty Graphic Designs on Facebook. You can find me there. And just to be a little fun, just kind of a little game with Waldo. This is no game, I should say, with Waldo. Waldo's very knowledgeable. I mean, we all joke about Waldo, mostly me. He is very racist towards me, but all joking aside, Waldo's pretty cool. If you guys ever need anything about any machines, like for example, especially like automatics, anything like that, Waldo is very knowledgeable. Um, and also hit him up. He made some really cool fudge. So ask him for some fudge. he's,
Wow.
yeah, he's really cool. So, but
All
yeah, I
right,
mean, this
Waldo.
was fun.
I need my fudge, Waldo. I need my fudge. All right. My address is in the description.
Yeah, don't be a tightwad.
Right. Well, all right, Juan, man. And until next time, I catch you next time on your live again. Thanks for being on, man.
Yeah, no problem. Cool. This was fun.
All right. All right, man. Say what's up to the family. Kiss the baby. Good night and all that. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. See ya.
All right.
Okay, guys, we are Can y'all hear me now? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now? Now? All right. All right. Sorry, y'all. I always forget when I get off the video chat, I gotta turn my audio on the device, and I always forget to do that, y'all. Sorry about that. But what I was saying, I mean, all those different things. Make sure y'all follow us everywhere. Go ahead and join the Facebook group. Again, I'm gonna do all that over again. The Facebook group is called Fire Up the Heat Press. All right, so make sure you join us on Facebook at Fire Up the Heat Press. Also, follow me on Instagram at Garment Creations. I'm at Garment Creations on Instagram. And what else? What else do we got? Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't. The next week, though, next week, I don't want y'all don't know who we have for next week. Next week, we got two bomb interviews. All right. So next Wednesday, we'll be talking to Big Brando. Big Brando. So Big Brando is gonna be on the channel next Wednesday, and then next Friday, either Friday or Monday, we'll have Stan Banks. We're still trying to figure it out, but next week, just know for sure we'll have Big Brando on Wednesday. It's already scheduled and everything. And then either Monday or Friday, Stan had to check some things on his schedule. But yeah, Big Brando interview is going to be a good one. It's literally going to be my first time talking to him. And so I reached out to Rez, the entrepreneur. I'm still waiting to hear back from Rez, the entrepreneur. And I also reached out to Dennis from Silky Socks. We got a lot of people lined up, man. You know, a lot of people. It's gonna be this. I like this segment. So let me know if you like this segment. How much do you like it? All right, so we can bring Gina. You might be next in the upcoming seasons. Couple days, next week or so. I'm gonna reach out to you. We'll try to get Gina on here. Let me know if some other people, man. So who's on Friday? Friday could be Stan. It's either Stan on Friday or Stan on Monday. He's supposed to be traveling to North Carolina, depending on what day it is. We could do Monday or Wednesday. Monday or Wednesday. Monday or Friday. Okay, those are his days that has been presented to him. He said, "Good luck hearing back from Reds." Don't worry, man. I'm gonna make sure I hear back from Reds. Reds is gonna talk to me. My case is different. Yup, Gina. We're gonna get Gina on. We could get Waldo on. No Waldo, please. Juan saying no, no Waldo. Nita Rain talking about she wants to go live. Said Ron Jeremy. Who's Ron Jeremy? I'm not familiar with Ron Jeremy. But yeah, y'all, what I need people to do is send me information to all the people that you would like on this segment. You know, all the different people, all the different influencers out there, because I don't know a lot of them, a lot of people that y'all watch. So if there is someone out there, you said who's traveling? Stan Banks. Stan Banks is always on the road, man. He said he was on the road. But yeah, so let me know who else we can bring on. And yeah, we'll reach out to them, see if that's something they're interested in. I didn't think Big Brando was going to come on, but Big Brando said he would love to come on and just chop it up with us, just chop it up. And I'm hoping Dennis from Silky Socks will come on as well. We're gonna have to switch it up a little bit, bring in some females, and yeah, we'll go on with that. I want to bring other people. My whole idea of doing this is not mainly to target the t-shirt business. I'm gonna turn to the camera. All right, I'm looking over here at the comments, but I just want to talk to people, business owners, creators, and influencers, people that are doing something different, people that are making a example or making an impact in their community. That's what this segment is all about. I still don't have a name for it, so let me know in the comments what we should call this. And should this be like an official show where we can just do this on 2 days a week? Just give me a name of this segment here. I'm trying to figure out a name for it. And yeah, so and then we can also do something on Facebook too, just to try building that on that platform as well. So let me know who you want to to see on here. Because the funny thing, yo, before all this, right now I was supposed to be in Hawaii right now, y'all. Right now. I was supposed to leave for Hawaii yesterday. I mean, right now I would have been out there getting my hula hoop on, and I mean, drinking some coconut juice and all that. But luckily for me, I'm here in Pennsylvania. But Hawaii would have been fun. Tip to success. I like that. What else y'all got? Tip to success. Tip to success. I like that one. Said Ron Jeremy. AC, I'm gonna have to look up Ron Jeremy. What is Ron Jeremy, a YouTuber or something? Ron Jeremy. What type of, is he a YouTuber so I can look him up? What about you, AC? AC, you seem to have a lot of knowledge and a lot more time into this than some of us. You should jump on and give us some of those gems. Entrepreneurs Unlimited. Okay. Somebody take some notes for me. We got Tip to Success by Garment Creations. Tip to Success by, oh, and then what was the other one? Entrepreneurs Unlimited. Entrepreneurs Unlimited, because I like that, because that's the thing. I want to target entrepreneurs and creators. Okay? Entrepreneurs tip. It said E. Google it. Hold on. Is this porno guy again? Is this porno guy he's talking about? I feel like he brought that up before and I didn't know, but now I'm starting to remember. You said no setup for it right now. Give you a week or two. All right, no problem. The funny thing, they're saying Juan was going on just his Juan could go on from his computer. You can go on from your phone. You don't need to download anything. There is no special software that you got to download. It works off of any browser. So all I do is send you a link, and you can open that link on any browser. So as long as you got an internet and a browser, you're good. You don't got to be in the best setup as. I mean, I guess I consider this the best setup. All right, y'all. It's been nice checking with y'all tonight, man. Appreciate all the super chats. Appreciate all the love. Appreciate the comments. Y'all make sure y'all share these interviews. I'm gonna be chopping some of these up too. Maybe after we get a good amount in, I'm gonna chop all the ones. Try to chop down some of the good parts of them, and bring them all together. And maybe weekly we'll drop like 30 seconds of those like the highlighted moments of these lives. But all right, y'all. Until next time, I love y'all. Keep firing up that heat press, and stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Stay at home. Do all those things that they're telling us to do right now. Watch. I don't know. Watch your hands. I was gonna say something else, but I just don't know what it was gonna be. All right. But good night, y'all. Keep firing up that heat press. And don't forget, man, give them the pickle. Give them the pickle. Give them the pickle. It's not worth it. It's not worth saying no for 25 cents. Give them the pickle, man. All right? Go ahead. I'm out of here. I love y'all. Keep firing up that heat press. And we out. We are out of here.